Greetings, friends. I just want to check in with you here once again today and just give us some, food for thought, some direction and guidance as we continue to process and progress through the multitude of changes that are coming at us each and every day. I have to admit that as a pastor, much of what we deal with are dealing with changes that deal with the internal, the inside, our spirit and our soul and our heart. And really what we're dealing with here each and every day are changes that are being forced upon us from the outside. And when we deal with changes that are being forced upon us from the outside, we have the temptation and we can have the tendency to run down the road of the unknown. And then that's where fear creeps in. That's where the unknown creeps in. And then we end up spending the mental energy, the emotional energy, and just all these energies on things that may or may not actually happen. And so I just want to continue through the passage found in Philippians chapter 4. And so listen to this scripture, and this picks up right where we left off from yesterday during our time together. And this is what the Apostle Paul says. And he says, "Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever things are true, whatever things are noble, whatever things are just, whatever things are pure, whatever things are lovely, whatever things are of good report, if there is any virtue, if there is anything praiseworthy," now listen to this, "think on these things." Now, I'm here to tell you that when I do hospital visitations, many times I take those individuals that I am visiting to this very passage. And here's the very reason why. It's because we just need to stop at the first word that he is calling us to think upon. And friends, that is what is true. And so as we continue to move through this journey of the unknown, as we continue to, move through this time that none of us have ever walked in before, may we think on what is true and not run down the road. And I'm here to tell you what is true is God is still above all things. Jesus is still the Lord and King of Kings. He is still above everything. He is still with you and me. He is still our rock and fortress in an ever-present time of trouble. He is there, standing, waiting, yearning for us to connect with him. And so this day, I hope and pray, friends, that you and I will continue to only think on what is true and not let our minds go down the road that we may or may not ever have to travel. May we think on the truth that God has brought to us this day. So friends, I will check in with you each day to just allow us to connect and allow us to have a food for thought for our spirit and our soul. And may you think on the King of Kings, Jesus the Christ, and may he grant you the strength and the peace and the guidance and the assurance for your day today. God bless you all, church. Talk to you soon.